Hi guys, Joseph here, and this is Business in 10. This video is about how to develop an effective marketing strategy. Developing an effective marketing strategy is very hard to do, and very few companies get it right. So in this video, we'll go about it in a systematic way. We'll talk about marketing to the masses, then we'll talk about micro-targeting and the role social media companies like Facebook and Twitter play in it. I will also share with you very interesting videos to bring it all together. So don't go away and watch this video to the end. My name is Joseph Elchakia, and if you want to know more about me, please visit my website, businessin10.com. Please subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button. I have a blog on this video. I left your link in the description section. Pick up my ebook, it's yours for free. I left your link in the description section below. It's about how to run a successful business. In my opinion, the objective of an effective marketing strategy is to identify the customer that will commit to buying your product and to have that customer become the brand's evangelist. Generally speaking, there are only 3 steps to develop an effective marketing strategy. 1, your promise to your customer. 2, identifying the buying customer. And 3, targeting the buying customer. Number 1, your promise to your customer. You have to have a product that the customer really wants, and you have to promise your customer 4 things: good product, good quality, good and caring customer service, pay attention to customers' needs. Delivering on these promises sets the stage to everything else you will do. If you don't, a marketing strategy is not going to help you that much. 2, identifying the buying customer. You need to learn 2 things about the customer to be able to identify him or her: the material characteristics, which is also called demographics, and the personality characteristics, which is also called psychographics. The demographics, and they are things like age, gender, income, education, occupation, location, and family status. The demographics tell you that this group with these characteristics will buy a house of a certain size, buy a minivan or a sedan, a smartphone, and so on. They don't tell you, however, that they will buy a Chevy, a Honda, or a Ford, or an iPhone or a Samsung phone. So the question becomes, how do you identify the specific customer that will buy your product? This is the holy grail of marketing. And this is the job of the psychographics. The psychographics is about the customer personality characteristics. Each person has a certain personality characteristics, and according to lots of research in this area, customers can be characterized according to the Big 5 model. And the Big 5 are extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness. So how do you know who is who, and how do you manage this? So researchers went and did lots of work on this, and they found out that what consumers said about themselves was vastly different than what they actually did. They also found out that consumers like other people with the same personality as themselves. So now the researchers know the personality traits of the consumer, and the consumer likes other people with the same personality. With this information, they can identify the buying customer. So the 3rd step to the marketing strategy is number 3, targeting the buying customer. There are some really good companies out there, and they do this very well. And in order for them to target the customer effectively, they figured they need to personalize their brands. Because if you remember, we said people like other people with the same personality. So if they present their brand like a person, then you as a consumer would relate to their brand like a person, and you start liking their brand. And when you like their brand, you start buying their product and become loyal to their brand. In other words, their brand becomes your friend. Genius, eh? I'm going to give you examples of 3 companies that do this very well: Nike, Coke, and McDonald's. Nike is a shoe company, but in their messaging, you don't see them talking about shoelaces and shoe fabric. Coke is a soda company, but in their messaging, you don't see them talking about the sugar content and the amount of fizz in their drinks. McDonald's is a burger company. Again, in their messaging, you don't see them talking about beef patties. But here's what they talk about. They talk about things that make you emotional so that you can relate to them like a person. Here are 3 short video clips to make the point.
I used to think those were wasted mornings, but they were just steps. That's all they were. Steps. Everybody's got a wall. Mine might be around the next turn. But whoever gets up tomorrow, I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, the sky comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
He loves me. He loves me not.
Cool, huh? So this is how they target their customer en masse. Nowadays, there are more fantastic ways to target that consumer. Some companies can do it on an individual level because they know so much about the consumer. They call this micro-targeting. There are many social media companies that are related to micro-targeting. I will only mention 2 to make the point: Facebook and Twitter. Remember we talked about the big 5 personality traits and what researchers did to identify the consumer? It was hard work. Well, Facebook and Twitter do it using their software. They collect data on everybody. They know what we do and what we say. They know how we feel and what invoked these feelings. They know how we relate to our friends and other people. They know a lot of things about us. So having this kind of information allows you to target a specific person and influence that person to buy your product versus someone else's product. This is micro-targeting. I'm going to share with you a controversial example just to illustrate the point. During the 2016 presidential election, and as some of you may know, Cambridge Analytica was involved in that election, and they used Facebook data to influence it. Their CEO, Alexander Nix, bragged about the fact that his company was instrumental in helping Donald Trump win the election. Here's a video clip of Alexander Nix.
Tonight, the company's CEO, Alexander Nix, tells us how they put Donald Trump into the White House.
Have you met Mr. Trump?
Many times.
You have?
We did all the research, all the data, all the analytics, all the targeting. We ran all the digital campaign, the television campaign, and our data informed all the strategy.
Mark, always a great pleasure to meet you.
This is a very controversial way of using consumer data, no doubt about it. I'm just showing you an example of how powerful this is. It is undeniable. And so in my opinion, this kind of marketing and micro-targeting is not going to go away. And it is so powerful that you will see more and more companies doing it. So in conclusion, develop a marketing strategy that is suitable to your brand and your product. Knowing your customers' demographics and psychographics are key to your successful marketing strategy. Moreover, following in the footsteps of successful marketing companies like Nike, Coca-Cola, and McDonald's would give you the ability to be as successful as these companies are. Someone may tell you that these companies are so large they can do amazing things. But remember, these companies were not always large. They were small when they started. You also need to think about using micro-targeting because if you don't, rest assured your competitor will. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it and hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button. Don't forget to pick up my ebook. It's yours for free. I left your link in the description section below. It's about how to run a successful business. And guys, remember, to be successful, all you have to do is start. Thank you.